We've just done a long drive from Aviemore to the east coast. A brilliant drive. It was along the Whiskey Trail, passing loads of distilleries, lovely old villages and towns, great views. But yeah, it was taking us about 2.5 hours, I think. We come to a place called the Bullers of Buchan, which is just south of Peterhead. This is somewhere I used to come to as a kid, so let me show you. So you have to park and then walk down here. You can't drive. There's a couple of little houses, and then let's see what it's like. What I remember of this as a kid is it was pretty scary, and my parents just let us run around, and there was no barriers. So the sun's out, but it's quite fresh, isn't it, Sam?
Mm.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So my memory of what's up here is that there was just a big hole in the ground, basically, that led down to these rocks and sea, and yeah, not quite sure why my parents brought us here, but we used to just run around these cliffs. So yeah, so you can walk all the way around the edge of here, and well, I don't want to get too close to the edge because, as you can see, it'll be easy to fall in that. So the path around the edge of this is this little path here. You can see it's been dug in over time, but if you were to walk down it, either side you've got these huge drops, and yeah, one wrong foot and you're not coming back. Now, I'd have liked to have got the drone and flown that down inside this huge gap here, but it's just far too windy for that. It is so cold and windy up here. It's absolutely freezing. Anyway, let me show you some more. So yeah, you've just got this cliff top. I hate the idea of going too close to the edge. Oh look, you've got a helicopter coming over. Right, I'm going to see if I can sort of go to the edge and just... Oh God, this is horrible. I'm not a big fan of heights. Oh. Oh. Oh, I don't like going near the edge. Yeah, if you were to go off the edge of here, you've had it. Anyway, this is just a really sort of scenic, rugged bit of coastline. Sam and Finn have gone off ahead. Now, for some reason, I thought they had puffin up here. I haven't seen any, but I might need to Google that. Oh, Jesus, it's windy. And here's my little path. But that's what's next to it. And it's so windy. Feels like it could just blow you off the edge at any minute. Right, here's Sam and Finn just keeping out of the wind, and yeah, I can't show you, it's all the way down there, but Right, do we think we should go back to the van now and get some food? My hand is so frozen. Right, there's the Bullers of Buchan. So, I'm not a massive fan of the wind, and Sam probably didn't know why, but now you've experienced that. Can you see why I'm not a big fan of the wind?
Most definitely. I know why now. It's horrid.
It is so cold and so windy. But I mean, today's a nice day. It's not raining or snowing or anything. But yeah, anyway, there we go. Right, that was the Bullers of Buchan. I don't know why my parents took us there and let us run around as kids. Untethered, but they did. So, right, now we're going to head off to Cruden Bay, get some lunch, and then we're going to see a castle that inspired Bram Stoker's Dracula. So there's the beach at Cruden Bay. And here's the sea, and it's pretty choppy. So we're parked with a few other camper vans to grab some lunch. But let's just climb up here and get a better shot of what this sea is doing. So you can sleep here. It's a tenner a night, suggested donation. If you want to park up on the harbour edge here, there's toilets and there's nice views. But bloody hell, it's cold and windy. Right, I'm getting back in the van now. I want to have some lunch. Then we're going to walk up to Slains Castle. So if you're staying here, it is walkable. I don't think it's about 15 minutes from memory, and it's worth seeing. In my head, again, I thought I'd maybe take the drone and get some great shots of the castle and the cliffs. Not a hope in hell. Way too windy. Right, I'm getting in for some lunch. So we were just about to leave the car park at Cruden Bay by the beach, and this old man came along and gave Sam a pack of homemade pancakes. So we'll try them later, and if we die, there'll be no more videos. Right, so we're parked in a little car park just down by the Cruden Bay harbour, and then there's this path here that's going to lead us to Slains Castle. Now, I've not seen any signposts, so yeah, you just need to look for the little car park on the way down to the harbour and look for this path. So I'm looking forward to showing you this castle. As a kid, I would cycle from a little village called Newburgh, which is where I lived, up here to Cruden Bay. I can't remember how many miles it was now, but it's quite a few, I think. And yeah, we would play on this castle, on this. It's a castle that's sort of on a cliff edge with similar drops that you'd have seen at Bullers of Buchan. And yeah, we'd cycle up here and take a packed lunch with us, play on the castle, and then go home. So once you come out of the forest that we just walked through, you get to this sort of rough path here that leads up towards the coast and the cliffs. So there's Slains Castle over there in the distance. It's really, really windy. and cold up here now. It was never going to be warm. So I'm pretty sure that Bram Stoker stayed at this castle and was then inspired to write Dracula. So the castle sits right on the cliff edge with these sheer drops down into the North Sea. Now I see a little bit of fence has been erected next to the castle here. I'll show you in a minute. So I came here, I don't know, early 2000s I think, and there was a sign saying that a little 7-year-old boy had come up here and he had fallen to his death, never seen again. So yes, I'm glad there's a bit of fencing here. There was no fencing when I was up here as a kid. So yeah, here's some of the fencing they've put in place. And the reason it needs to be here is because literally just the other side of that fence is a huge drop. Right, let's go in. The wind is so strong, it almost blew the camera out of my hand. Right, we've given Finn a head torch because in this castle there are areas that you can go down into, like here. This would have been the kitchens, I think. Yeah, let's have a look. Can you put some light over here, Finn? Yeah, you can see that there's all these sort of little, well, I don't know, was this like cupboard space? Anyway, let's show you a bit more around the castle of what's left. Right, I'm going to come through here now because I think it was here that there was the steps. Yeah, look, here's the steps. Steps up and steps down. Before you go down there, Finn, let me just show everyone what the view from the window is like. And then you can look out the window. The wind is just ridiculous. Wait. Get to the window so you can. Now we're going to go down with the head torch down these steps. And this is normally obviously pitch black. We're only going down here because Finn's got a head torch.
Finn, we can't see. Sorry. Oh, shit.
Yeah, careful, because these will be low ceilings because of the floor. Right, so if we crawl through here, we've got, well, that's blocked off there. And here, oh, there's a big drop down there, look.
Is that not stairs?
Well, no, there was stairs, but look, they've fallen away. Did you want to try and climb down there? It's a bit dodgy, I think, actually, Finn. See how high up it is, it might be a bit too dodgy. Right, let's make our way back to the steps. From memory, there was a few little rooms like this that were underneath. Oh dear. It's so windy. My hat's almost been blown off. And I'm inside. Alright, let's see what's up this one.
Oh my gosh, that window!
Look at this. Well, be careful, there's probably no floors. So, there's the room. Oh, we just come from, I've just dropped something. Oh, so in that really strong wind, the case for my camera fell out of my pocket and my wide angle lens fell out of the case, so I'll probably trash that. Anyway, let me go back up these stairs and show you some more of the castle. Alright, so there's Finn. Now the stairs carry up to that tower, but as I'm just explaining to Finn, there's no floors up there, so that's probably dangerous. Right, let me head up these stairs again. So, this I guess would have been a fireplace. Obviously a big chunk of wall missing there. Big window here. Looking out onto those cliffs. Oh, it's so windy. Right, so the others have gone downstairs. Well, you can see they're there. I'm just going to have a little look up here quickly, the bit I told you not to climb up, just to see. Oh, damn. The wind is unbelievable. Oh, look. There's graffiti here from 1958. What? You found a comb? Oh. Right, this is sketchy. Let me just carry on up this tower. Oh, man. You know when you think you might be doing the wrong thing? Well, there's another window. Let's look out of there. Right, well, I'm up another level here. And there is, oh Jesus Christ, that's a long way down. Oh! Right, let's do some more of the castle. Yeah, that tower was pretty sketchy because there's no floor. Right. Got more little corridors down here. And more little rooms. And here this would have been, I guess, like a great hall or something, maybe a dining hall, because there would have been a fire here. Oh man, the wind up here. Right, again more rooms here. And the castle then carries on. You can see all this spray that's coming off the sea. And the castle then went down there. Just go into this little room. Oh, I say little room, would have been big rooms. Again, these corridors with these different bits. And all that, there's a big chunk of stone has fallen from somewhere. Again, I suppose on a day like today, bits of castle could start crumbling down around us. I mean, look, this doesn't look all overly safe. Oh wow, look at all this spray coming off the sea. It's like it's snowing. All right, now then, is there another dungeon here? Let's just have a little look. I don't think so. Oh, this maybe would have been a wooden staircase at some point.
Yeah, probably like a turret.
Right, through here. If we just walked through a fireplace, we have. So that was a fireplace I just walked through, which means that through there would have been the doorway into this section. Oh man, there's just bits of foam flying around everywhere. So much spray off the sea. Lots of these little, little tower here. And this side of the castle's just a bit more open. Right, I am gonna go. There's another turret there, but that doesn't go anywhere. I'm gonna come around the outside here, give you a shot of the outside of the castle from the back. So I don't know if the foam is being picked up on camera, but it's so white over here, it's like it's snowed. And this wind is so strong, it could blow you off the edge of the cliff and into the sea. Pretty inhospitable. I mean, why would you want to build a castle here? Alright, here's some more of the outside of the castle. There's still bits we haven't explored yet. We're just talking to some other people that are here on holiday. But yeah, it's pretty impressive. It's completely free. And well, you could, if you didn't know it was here, you could just drive straight past this, because the road is probably just about viewable from the road, but yeah, it's not like a tourist attraction or anything, which I'm sort of pleased about, really. So yeah, although the west of Scotland is beautiful and is well worth seeing, and the North Coast 500 is fantastic and it's well worth seeing, the east of Scotland also has plenty to offer, and I'll show you a couple more bits before we go. Obviously I don't have time to do everything, and we will head inland a little bit, hopefully maybe go through Aberdeen and then out towards Ballater. This is a bit sketchy. Look at that, that's all foam coming off the sea. And this is where we are going to park. So, we were going to park in this little car park at Colliston and have a sleep here. But the sea's pretty rough. You can see all this foam that's being chucked off the sea. There's normally a little beach there, and the waves are crashing over the other side of the rocky wall. So we're thinking maybe, oh Jesus Christ, we're thinking maybe we might head somewhere else. I was getting hit by foam then. So the original plan was to sleep at Colliston last night. We slept there before and we were able to see dolphins out at sea, but it was so rough there. The sea was so rough and heavy rain, so we decided to move on further up the coast to Newburgh, and we've just parked by this nature reserve on the Eithne estuary. So as you can see, there's loads of room for vans to park here, but there is a sort of pinch point at the entrance. It's just over, I think it's like 2.2 meters wide. So it's no good if you've got a big van, but if you've got a little VW, you fit in just nicely. So as you can see, it's a nice little park up there. And then you've got this path. Now this isn't going to give us a view of the seals. We're going to go to the other beach to see them. But this is a nature reserve, and there's another beach here. It's so windy. Beautiful, but very windy. So there's the Eithne estuary and the beach. And then we'll take a wander through here. And you can walk up through these sand dunes here. And hopefully we'll be getting to another beach in a minute. How you doing there, birthday girl?
It's tiring.
Tiring? You look like you're going to the Everest. Right, this is how I remember it. It should just be a load of sand. Oh, God, a wind. It's literally like the Sahara, but colder and windier. We're protected from the wind a little bit down here, but the wind just whips that sand up and gets in your eyes and everywhere. But it's still very nice here, and well, it's just spectacular views. It's lovely. And I can hear the North Sea crashing in the distance. So we'll be there shortly. So yeah, you've got miles and miles of beach. I don't ever recall sunbathing on it. Actually, no, we did once or twice, but most of the time it's just playing and windy walks. It's Sam's birthday today. She's 59. She doesn't look a day over 60, do you? I'm kidding, she's 49. And then this is what you're met with when you make your way through the dunes. Oh, it's so windy. Bits of sand getting everywhere in my eyes, in the camera. It is crazily windy. A seal on its own. He's just doing a bit of sunbathing on the beach here. Well, I now know what it feels like to be sandblasted. That was Really windy. Anyway, we are going to go back to the van and then we're going to drive to Newburgh Beach itself, and I shall show you the seal colony there. The seals are sort of across the water in the area that we've been, but you can't get to the seals here. There's big signs saying don't disturb them, £5,000 fine, I think. We didn't think we'd see the seals from this side anyway. I just wanted to take the walk over to the beach because I've not been here for a long time. But yeah, right, let's go to the other side, see some seals. So this is the 4V National Nature Reserve at Newburgh. Right, so now we're at a car park by Newburgh Golf Club and it's signposted to Newburgh Seal Beach. So it says you need to pay for parking, £3 I think it was, for a couple of hours. Anyway, let's see these seals. They've even built a little path here. I think they're turning this into a bit of an attraction, which I suppose it should be. My guess is there's probably a couple of hundred seals here, hopefully anyway. We'll find out in a minute. This is all completely alien to me. When I was last here, you just walked over the sand dunes and got to this beach. Now there's this posh new boardwalk. They sort of changed the landscape a bit because they've cut through what was a big sand dune. So I suppose it's a good idea. Makes the walk a bit easier, I guess. Yeah, maybe it will grow on me. So earlier on our walk, we were that side of the Ithon estuary, but you can't walk round as far as where the seals are. So now we've come to this side. And there's your seals, and lots of them. So this is Newburgh Beach. See, there's a little shipwreck there. It's been there for years. And then that building with the blue gate used to be the sort of lifeguard station. But nowadays people come here to see these guys. And there are lots of them. Now I'd wanted to sort of fly the drone over the seals, get some nice footage, but it's just too windy. I'll end up losing the drone. So yeah, this is the closest I can get you, unfortunately, to all those seals. Just look like rocks from here, but moving ones. Oh, there's a little inquisitive seal just in front of me. Don't know if you'll be able to see that on the camera, but he's probably not going to come any closer. There was me saying he won't come closer, and look, really close. So this is Newburgh Seal Beach. Again, if you're on the north coast, up between Aberdeen and Peterhead, well worth stopping off, especially if the sun's out and you've got a nice day like today. And this beach goes on for miles. You could actually walk from here to Aberdeen if you wanted to, which is probably about 17 or 18 miles just on empty beach. We're going to head off now. We're going to head into Aberdeen, and yeah, I'll show you hopefully a bit of Aberdeen that you maybe haven't seen or heard of. So we had been lucky with the weather until about 2 minutes ago when it absolutely chucked it down. We've got a bit wet, but we come to Duffy Park, and in here we're not going to need coats and hats. So this is free. It's a giant indoor garden, I guess, with different zones, different heats. You'll see we'll be in a rainforest 1 minute and in a desert the next. You'll see what I mean. And outside it is lashing it down. It's like a proper storm. As I said, it was sunny 5 minutes ago and now torrential rain. So if you come to Aberdeen and the weather's not so good, then come to Duffy Park and head into the gardens here. It's all indoors and nice and warm. Right, so what we've got in here, cactus, the size of these, right up to the ceiling. So we were just talking to one of the staff that said that the cactus collection here is as good as in Kew Gardens. Yeah, this corridor does smell amazing. I don't know what it is that smells amazing, but it smells bloody good. Sam, what was it that smells in here so good?
Jasmine.
Jasmine, anything else?
Pelargoniums, the leaves.
Mm-hmm. So that was the David Welch Winter Gardens in Duffy Park. And this is Duffy Park. It's a nice big open space. Now I'm not going to show you the centre of Aberdeen. I normally would if we had more time and have a walk round. There are some nice sort of granite buildings and a nice town centre, and also sort of pleasure beach, but we're a bit short for time really, and I want us to head out to Ballater and Bankery and out near Balmoral. So that's where we're going to head to. So from the downpour that we had about half hour ago, it's now really quite nice. So you get 3 hours parking here, which is free, and the Winter Gardens is free, and obviously walking around the park is free, and we like free.
A few minutes later.
So we're in Ballater, which is very close to Balmoral, and a lot of the shops here have got the royal crest on, where the Queen or Prince Charles has popped in for supplies. And this was the old station Ballater. I don't think there's a railway line here anymore. These lovely old granite buildings. There, the old post office. It's got some little shops here. And there's a church and a green, I think, in the centre here. See, there's another shop there. It's got the royal crests up the top. So there's toilets by this church. If ever you're camping out this way, wild camping that is. There is a campsite here as well. We're not going to bother with the campsite though. I think we'll just wild camp somewhere tonight. Little cafe here. Some country wear shops. There's some estate agents here, so I'll let you see what houses are like around this way. Well, this offers over 325. Doesn't say how many bedrooms, unfortunately. And again here with the butchers, you can see the coat of arms above. Nice little water fountain there, isn't it? So we picked up some supplies for dinner. We just need to find somewhere to park now to eat it and sleep. And ideally we want somewhere near Balmoral. Right, so we're back in the New Forest now, and you'll see that I'm in a different van. So our luck finally ran out with the weather. We ended up going to Braemar and sleeping there, but there was really heavy rain, strong winds. You couldn't really film. So the next morning I decided just to drive straight back to the New Forest and get the van into the garage. The gearbox had been gradually getting worse and worse, and I thought rather than breaking down in the middle of nowhere, I'd see if I could just get it back here and get it looked at. So that's in the garage now. So I'm in Spencer, the other van, and the plan with this is to hopefully speak to the upholsterers next week and get some seats and beds sorted in here. So I finished off this little bit of woodwork here to make the spice rack. Now I know it's not in the same colour as the rest of the wood there. That's because I ran out of the dark oak stain, bought some more, and I can't get it to match. I've tried putting like 2, 3, 4 coats of it on, and it just doesn't match up. So I'm not sure what the deal is yet, whether I'm going to try and find a stain that matches or whether I'm just going to leave it different. But the plan next is to get the upholstery done and, well, be able to use it really. I want to be able to sleep in here. The bed in the other van is a bit small for 2 of us, so yeah, I'm looking forward to taking this one away. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the little Scotland trip, and hopefully I'll have a new video out shortly showing off the interior of Spencer. And for those of you that are wondering what the hell I'm talking about, this van is Spencer. The van I drove to Scotland in is Betty, and the 1969 Early Bay is Frank. Right. See you on the next one.